about?
Yeah, so last week we talked about how sex is taboo in the church, in terms of when we came, because again, our foundation is Christian, but when we came up in the church, it was literally, we just talked about if you had sex and you were not married, you were going to hell. We never were really taught the fullness of that, that having sex is a blessing, that God created it. But again, we do know that it's supposed to be within a union of marriage. We weren't taught about how to control your body, your urges, you're feeling different things in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these are things that we were definitely not taught, when it came to church. It was just that if you had sex and you were not married, you were going to hell.
You was about to burn.
Period. But what we tried to talk about was that everybody in the world today is having sex. Like, whether the church want to like it, the school system want to like it, the jobs want to like it, the dogs want to like it. Even the dogs are doing it. The cats, like, everybody doing it. You know what I'm saying? So we need to, hey, cousin. Not Tim, you want a shot.
Not right now, Donovan. See me after.
Oh my God, you stupid cousin. Yeah, y'all come in, like, love, and share, please. So we're not taught these different, the school system.
Nichelle, you said I'm not. God bless you.
I don't know what anybody's doing. You're not doing it?
God bless you.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But what I'm saying is that everybody's doing it, and it is something that, again, in the church that can be taboo that we don't want to talk about.
Right.
But again, if it is done out of the context of marriage, we're telling people, they fornicating, which we understand.
Right.
And they going to hell. That was what we were taught, and I'm sure that the culture has tried to shift a little bit, but still sex is really not talked about much. Right. We talk about the after effects of sex.
Getting pregnant. STDs,
getting pregnant, or if you weren't married, or those STDs, different things. Yes, we talk about those things. I don't even really hear about STDs in the church. I remember back when we was at MT, God rest her soul, miss her so much, and Sister Delana, I remember she did a session like on a Wednesday night. We all came to church, and she literally broke down things about STDs and had people come in and all kinds of stuff. It was very graphic, but it was beneficial.
Right.
So, so we talked about that. We talked about if your parents talk to you about sex, meaning, and if your parents be fruitful and replenish the earth. Man of God. Man of God. So we talked
about to say
I can't.
But
so we talked about if your family, the slideshow. Yes, you remember, Shanae. It was a slideshow, and it was so graphic. It was like you were watching it and you was holding your coochie at the same time, because you was like, oh God. You was like, no.
Not holding your coochie.
You was holding the coochie at the same time while you was looking at them graphics. Because some of them, they were showing vaginas.
They were showing what the STD
and they were showing what the STD did to that thing.
Oh, Jesus.
That thing was deteriorating.
Jesus.
I said, my God, you only get one. Take care of it. So again, I was holding my coochie. I was just like, ooh.
You was like,
I was like, yikes. Let me tell you something. Summer's Eve was not taking that away. God bless.
Not Summer's Eve wasn't taking that.
No, it was Vagisil.
No, it was Vagisil.
So we talk. Yeah, it's gross. Exactly. He didn't tell you to do it by yourself.
Because Troy said, "Be fruitful and multiply."
Oh, Michelle. Yes, I'm happy that your parents were open about it, because we talked about it. Some people didn't have their parents talk to them about sex. They didn't talk to, you know what I mean? I told Mommy, are you even up here?
I didn't see her come
I know me and my mom, we didn't go back and forth, but I was telling my mom, like, Mom, I don't remember you really going in detail. All I remember my grandma saying is that you got your period and you can get pregnant. Your mother was pregnant at 16.
Like, don't you do it too.
Listen, that's all I got. But when I tell you, when I started doing it, I was smooth. I was a smooth criminal.
Smooth.
I went right to Planned Parenthood and got on some birth control. I said, I will not be Shell. God bless. Marie could have swore I was about to be a clone. The devil is a lie. I said, oh, no. I didn't have my first one till 24.
Yeah. I was like my mother, though. She had me at 21 and I had Tamia at 21.
You did have Mia at 21.
I did. It was still young. Still a baby.
21 was still young, but at least it was, I don't want to say at least because I'm not minimizing any time anybody had a baby.
Right.
But it wasn't like 16.
No.
Or 7. My mom was 16.
No.
And I thank God, though, because she graduated still and, and I'm grateful,
Yep.
I don't want to go into my story right now about how Shell tried to do me. She tried to finesse me, but God bless. Hold on. What happened? Shell did. Y'all don't know my story.
Okay, me.
But one day I want to have my mom up here so we could talk about it together.
Right.
And she could give her a perspective of what she went through at 16 having a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Praise God. It was a real TV show. What was the TV show, 16 and Pregnant?
MTV.
That's it. That was Shell. But you know what? I'm grateful. Look at the eyes. Shell was doing the thing. I'm telling you. But so again, we talked about whether or not our parents informed us about it. You told us that Ma got you some book.
Some, like a period kit.
Yeah. That wasn't talking about sex, but it was a period kit.
It was a kit. Well, it introduced you to,
Yeah. Oh, God, I'm chewing this gum, y'all. Sorry. It's a habit. So we talked about that. We're just doing a quick recap. Keep coming in, liking, loving, and sharing. I can't see everybody who's coming in. But again, if y'all are coming in, hey, hi, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate it. So then we talked about, I don't know if we talked about this last week, but did we talk about if virginity is still the goal?
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people nowadays feel like they don't want to buy the cow until they test it out. What's the saying like that? What's the saying about that, y'all? Like you want to test the cow out before you buy it or something?
Right.
I don't know. Y'all get in the comments. Lex, what you laughing at? So listen. So again, is virginity still the goal for like women or abstinence for like male and female? Are people really like holding on to their virginities now and saying, okay, I'm going to wait until I get married or I'm going to wait until I, save myself for somebody special? I learned from what... Thank you for that, bruh.
A lot of people
and I'm so happy that you said that. So my brother said he learned from watching pornos. And we talked about that last week in terms of has like watching pornography and having the access of it so much, has it ruined like the real meaning of sex or intimacy? We did touch on that as well. So yes, pornos, and we talked about how pornos is like they're not really realistic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fantasy.
It's like a fantasy. And I'm not saying it can't teach you some things, because it can, but a lot of the things they do on there, I mean, the yelling alone. I'm like, shut up. It is not ma'am.
Listen, I'll never forget.
What?
I was in college. So we all in the living room, in our apartment, and they was all watching the porno. And the guy was in there yelling and shaking his head like, going sick. I was like, what the hell
just
is this?
Doing that thing?
Just doing it. He was hitting it from the back. And I was like, what in the hell is
You know what I'm saying? And then too, I remember what happens is sometimes too, if you watch pornography, it can give you a false perspective of what really should be happening in the bedroom. And so if you feel like your partner is not doing that, you may be feeling like you're not getting the best of what you're supposed to be getting. So what I say to that is you need to just learn your partner. You know what you like. He know what he like. Y'all communicate about it if he don't already know. Because let me tell you something. The gift about a man is if he knows a woman's body.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, my.
Now we all speaking in tongues in here.
Listen, not every man is skillful with a woman's body. And so if you find somebody who is skillful with a woman's body, you really don't have to teach them too much.
We need a benediction right now. Come on here.
Now, Lord, watch between me and me. What I've said. So I'm telling y'all that it is okay. Porn has definitely showed this generation that oral sex is okay. Like it's not even considered taboo. That is true. Like that is true, Rachel. I know you got 9 kids, brother.
He did his part in Fruitful and Multiply.
Oh, mama, them pornos work, sir. They got you. They got them 9 babies here. No, Rachel, you are correct. Back in the day, Rachel, do you remember one day we talked about this? When I was younger, we talked about like giving head and stuff like that. And back then it was really just like, ew, like, you know, people doing that, they putting their mouth on there. But nowadays it's a thrill. For some women, it's a thrill. It's something that they enjoy doing. So again, and then also too, some people think that if they just do oral and they say they haven't had any penetration, they still think they're virgins.
Right.
If they're a virgin and they're really not trying to get, lose their virginity.
Right.
So I'm here to tell you, if you do any type of oral sex, you're not really a virgin anymore. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Like, you're not a virgin.
You done dibbled and dabbled.
Yeah, you dibbled and dabbled in it. So, yeah. So, how we got off topic with that?
But oral sex is a part of sex.
It is. Well, for some people, it's not. That's something too. That is something too that, again, like, can be brought up. Like, is oral sex a must in your relationship? You know what I'm saying? Because again, some people feel like they don't want to do it. It's not something they like. It's not something that they enjoy. So again, I feel like it has to go back to what you enjoy and what your partner enjoys. And then y'all need to talk about that. And then again, for people who have had more than one partner.
What did I do?
She's telling on herself. If you have more than one partner, everybody does things differently.
You're right.
So you know what I'm saying? And everybody likes different things. So again, you got to really talk about that stuff.
Somebody said he will have you scream in the Lord's name.
Who said that?
Chanel.
Wait, who will have you scream in the Lord's name?
Since you just got engaged, sis.
Mike? You talking about Micah? Come on, Micah.
You better have her screaming.
Keep him if he know. Wait, keep him if he know. Yes, Lou. I mean, well, see, I don't want to say keep him if you know, because some men can be very great at sex, but they're horrible at relationships.
Yeah.
So again, you can digmatize people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't say penalize people because that don't even sound right. Digmatize people. But that does not mean that they're good in relationships.
That's true.
And then you get caught up with the digmatization. But then you sad and you all in your bag because the relationship
don't know how to treat you.
Is garbage. So Lou, I can't agree with that comment.
Yeah.
Right there. So let me see. Yes, in your relationship, not with everyone. What were you talking about, Rachel? Like in terms of like what works for you?
As in giving oral sex?
Yes, please explain, Rachel. Amen to that one. Tell me what you're saying amen to, Sheen. I don't remember because y'all, that comes from getting to know each other, not hopping in bed after a month. That is true, Nichelle, but I want to tell you this. The world that we live in today, people are not waiting past a month to have sex. That is the truth of the matter. The truth of the matter is most people are not waiting longer than a month before they have sex. Because the way that these men, and I talk to many young people, I don't want to tell on nobody. But my thing is, these men is looking at you crazy after probably week number 2, number 3.
Right.
If there's not even really nothing popping off.
They moving
And
on.
that is just the honest to God truth. Is it sad in some instances? Absolutely it is. But it's the realization of it. It really is. So, but you're right. You should get to know a person. But what happens nowadays is we want to get to know people after sex.
Right.
And then after that, you realize you really don't like the person like that because they're horrible as a person, or they're, you know what I'm saying? So again, I think these are things that definitely should be exercised, but the world we live in today, everybody's thinking about sex first. Sheena, you dating a dick. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And some people are okay with that.
Sometimes that's all you want. It's the truth.
Yep, you're right, Boots. The first date. Troy, you waited 6 months with the 9 kids?
You'll see our faces.
No, but listen, no. It's a difference with a woman that will have you keep pursuing them. There's different types of women out there, y'all. Period, the end. And just like there's different types of men. Some women will have you pursue them to the nth degree. And again, that gives her the indication whether or not you're even worth giving her your time. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you waited for 6 months, bruh, that person really had you pursuing them.
Right.
That's what that was. She was trying to see what you was about.
Right.
They're not waiting. No, they're not, niece. No, and you know what? I want to say something to my niece. Cece is up here. Cece calls me and Tam mom teas. It's a mixture of mom and aunties. And when I tell you I love that, if K Solo is on here, you were about to make us a t-shirt that says mom teas. And that is going to be because Sierra has called us that. And I love that. That thing has stuck in my head. But you're right, Cece. They're not waiting. Hit it and quit it. Yes, that is happening. Life is about choices. Yes, it is. Keep your pot of gold. They're following the Steve Harvey book. What is his book called again, Rachel?
Think Like a Man.
No, he has another one too, though. Or is that the book you're talking about, Rachel?
I thought that was in Think Like a Man, where he broke down, what to do. Different men. So
let me ask this. So is Molly he was supposed to be here because we were supposed to be able with this program to pin questions. So our questions are up there, but that's not happening right now. So my question is too, do you think nowadays people are really practicing abstinence? Is abstinence okay today? Is it okay? Is it okay to say we're not having sex, but we can still go out to eat? We can still court each other. We can still do gifts, holding hands or kissing or things of that nature, but we're not having sex. Is abstinence still? But this is the thing. I feel like for some people, abstinence is by default. It's because you ain't got nobody. Or nobody's pursuing you.
Right.
So that's why it's like, I ain't doing it. I ain't got nothing. But it's really because nobody's really getting at you. So you're holding yourself because ain't nobody trying to do nothing. So I think it's a twofold. I think there are some people who are very conscious and saying I'm not having sex. And there's some people that I feel like there's no action. So because there's no action, it seems like you're abstinent. But soon as action comes through your door, it's a wrap.
Right.
Hold on. Oops, ignore that last part. I don't even know. Oh, the cookie. Yes. It should be okay. Yes. Hi, Mimi. Stop talking about me. Oh my God. That must be Tamra. Or are you talking about me? Sex is 89.9999% of the relationship for most. They need to feel you literally. Rachel.
That's the truth.
Rachel.
That is the truth.
Rachel, that's
true.
The truth.
That is the truth.
That's the truth. Again, one thing anyway is I'm not, and again, there are men up here or are men up here. A lot of times men want to feel, they feel loved or they feel accepted or appreciated through sex. So when there is no physical interaction, it almost can shut a man down. It really can. Now, women, not that we aren't that way, but we're more emotional and mental. So if there's no mental and emotional stimulation happening along with physical stimulation, then you just tap out.
You be done.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But Rachel, you're right. Sex is very prominent in any type of relationship because there's different things that are exchanged when you have sex. And there's a difference between, I don't want to get vulgar up here.
What do you mean?
There's different things that you feel during sex depending on who you're with.
Correct. Because you could be getting with somebody, but there's no real connection.
You're just having sex.
You just having sex. You just want that. I just want to get my rocks off and that's it.
And then there's some people that you can feel. And again, of course, we're supposed to be talking about, if we're coming from the Christian standpoint, these things should be done within marriage, not without marriage. But again, at the end of the day, our audience is people. It's not just church. So again, we have to speak the truth.
Right.
Everybody's not waiting until they're married. Point blank, period, the end. So my thing is, some people you can just be having sex with. Some people you just having sex with. Some people you just effing. Because there's a difference between sex and effing.
Sure enough.
And then there's a difference between making love. And then you can kind of combine the two. You can F and make love mixed together. So again, depending on who you dealing with, it depends on what you're getting.
He said we passed the Christian. You right.
What happened? What did bruh say?
We passed the Christian standpoint.
Oh, we definitely passed the Christian standpoint. Because if we just stay on a Christian platform, we will lose a lot of people.
Right.
Because again, we're giving something that's not realistic to them at this point in time in their lives.
Right.
Period. Right. My mom used to say there is a difference between having sex and making love. There definitely is a difference. And making love is not meaning because the person is moving their body slow. Some people think that's making love because you moving slow and he ain't. No.
Bang, bang, bang.
It's making love really is an emotional connection.
Right.
And you feel it. You feel the passion. Or again, if you dealing with dudes that don't even want to look at you while you doing it.
Yeah, that's an issue. They always turning you over.
It's letting you know, or they want to bend you over all the time.
That's it.
It's letting you know that there's some type of detachment.
Right.
You know what I mean? So again, hold on. What did she say? Are y'all talking about abstinence or celibacy? Actually, I wasn't talking about celibacy. We're just talking about abstinence. Just actually people that are just not having sex at the time. They're choosing not to. And celibacy is what? Like, I thought it was like, just like, I don't want to say it's like an oath. What's the difference between celibacy and abstinence? Like, celibacy is you're just choosing what? To like really just hold yourself until
you get married?
Yeah. Keep going. I thought you were saying something.
No.
Oh, okay. Explain that, Ruth. You got the tongues out, Boots. Exactly. Emotional connection. Always got to have the lights out. Listen, that's another thing. But I'm going to say something. Sometimes the lights are out because somebody is insecure. Sometimes women want lights out because they're insecure about their body.
Yeah.
So when you're insecure with your body, you don't want the person to see you. So I'm going to tell you something. You can't even really get intimate if you don't even want that person to see you in your most rawest state.
Right.
That's without a girdle on, without Spanx, without jeans, without that bra. Like, so again, that person sees you in your most rarest form. That's when, honestly, when you can be free. Because if you still got to be tied up, like I need to, we need to do it with the shirt on, or like sometimes it's because of insecurities.
Right.
And so some women say, turn the light out, or even the men. I don't think every man is secure that has sex.
Right.
I think men feel some type of way about their bodies, or maybe even the size of their penises, or like, so again, they rather have the lights out, so you can't see what's going on. But again, these are all things that are like covered, like covers to true intimacy.
True.
Go ahead.
No, I agree. I agree with that. Like, that's the truth.
Yeah, so
but sometimes the shirt might stay on just depending on what the situation is. If stuff is happening fast,
No, that's a total difference.
But
that's a total difference, sissy. Yes, that can happen, but some women want to have sex all the time with some type of garment on.
You're right.
Because it's covering. They want to cover something. Let me see. I love
their stomach.
I love the lights on because I like to see myself. Heard you, sissy. You better like to see yourself when you doing it. That's why that baby's there. Lil Neff is coming because you want to see yourself. The size of their stomach. That is so true, though, Boots. It really is. Some men keep socks on because of the dogs. Cutting the sheets. Many pedicures. Rachel, I didn't even get to my brother's comment yet. Because Rachel is correct. Men do need pedicures. They want to see women's white toes and blue toes and green toes and everything all up in the air, but they feet is looking like Rockwallers. Like hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, get your feet done too. And if you don't want to go get your feet done, cut the toenails at least. So, Rachel, I agree with that. Men do need pedicures. That is true. Smelling good, looking good, doing good, but your feet is looking like 12 years of slaves.
Not that 12 years.
You just been running like a fugitive with them feet. They got to stop. You are right, Rachel. I've had sex with a couple of people in here, so I can't really say
Oliver. Mr. Oliver.
You know what? Troy Anthony.
Yes.
You must have had a couple of Stellas. I know my brother. Yeah, cut it.
Cut the shit.
Cut it
Cut
now.
the shit. Cut it.
So yes, call on Troy. Got claws cutting up the sheets. Exactly. Like I don't get it. I agree, Rachel. Men should groom themselves just as much as they want women to be groomed. I don't care what nobody says. Period. Okay, so we talked about those things. And again, y'all didn't really talk about abstinence because we kind of reared off. But like, is abstinence still a thing? Like, are y'all up here practicing abstinence, those people who may be single? Or are you just, you doing you? Like, y'all put in the comments like, yep, I'm practicing abstinence, or nah, like, I'm doing me. Like, something.
Definitely not abstinence.
What that shirt say? Thick.
Thank you.
I can't with y'all. All right, so y'all got to put in the comments because I don't see no comments moving. Again, so that this is I have a couple of questions too that I want us to get into. I want to ask this question too, as women or even men, but men I think it's kind of hard because you can tell. But with a woman, have you faked orgasms? Are orgasms being faked? Hold on, Troy. Never. I need that thing. What thing you need, Rachel? Truthfully, I abstain.
When she asked, are we practicing abstinence?
Oh, well, she married. She better not be practicing it. Truthfully, I abstain because I ain't got nobody. Sorry, Mom. Well, but if you had somebody, you'd be humping. Is that what you're saying, Michelle? Mm-hmm. Say in the comments, I.
Mm-hmm. Raise your hand if you show.
That's it. And that's real. And Michelle, thank you so much for being honest about that, because you didn't have to be honest. Because again, we got Christian backgrounds, so you know the church is don't do it until you get married. And again, we're not up here trying to teach no other doctrine. Like y'all go ahead and just have sex and
no,
that's not what I'm saying. At the end of the day, if you are a Christian, you know what the word says about it, and everybody has their own level of convictions.
Right.
And that is just the truth of the matter. I am not here to stone nobody or put nobody in no hell.
Right.
Nor am I in here to tell you to be at home itching because you ain't done it.
Just hot.
Just itching. And some of y'all that is abstaining got attitudes.
Buy that rose.
Your disposition is a mess, and it's because you ain't been touched. And so you need somebody needs to touch you.
Go buy that rose. Get some release,
girl. We're not gonna talk about that right now. So again, okay, I know you've been married, Michelle. We know your story, darling. We know what you're talking about.
Sierra, you leaving?
Oh, Cece, you out of here?
Sierra, you out?
In my last relationship, yes. In your last relationship, you was faking orgasms. How does that go? What y'all do when you faking it? Like you twisting up your face? Like what is happening with those fake orgasms? Not the rose. You better put the rose up there. Tell the truth and mad at us for getting touched regularly, sis. Yes, I have when I was younger. You have when you was younger faking orgasms. I think it's a disservice when you're faking them. Release and let it go. I know that's right. But you know what? Some men too, depending on who they are, some men are very selfish. Like it's literally about themselves. It's not about pleasuring the woman. You know, if you have a man that loves to please a woman first, and then they'll get theirs off after. So again, if you're not, and a lot of times orgasms for women are not always bodily. It's the mind. It has to connect first for you to have an orgasm. It's not like a man. A man can just do them. Women, they gotta really kind of like be there mentally to really do it. So again, if that man is not really doing what he needs to do and you're not having an orgasm, I feel like to some degree that man is selfish.
Facts.
He's selfish. And the fact that you got a fake one.
Yikes.
Unless he's going to Pound Town too long and you tired.
Not that Pound Town.
Yeah, like, I mean, where does that come from? So, Lulu, abstinence usually refers to the decision not to have penetrative sex. It is a typically limited to a specific period of time, such until marriage. Celibacy is a vow to remain abstinent over an extended period of time. For some, this may mean their entire life. Thank you, Google. I appreciate that, Lou. I appreciate you putting in that, Lulu. I ain't mad. I just waiting patiently. Good. Okay. Right. They aren't counting strokes. They're focused on you. And I don't even think sometimes men count strokes. I think it's a matter of again, they can feel if they're about to, do what they about to do, and they're not really even considering you at that moment.
Some men may not know a woman's body, though.
True.
And that's where you got to teach them. You got to teach them that no. Like, that's not the spot. Move up. Move your, whatever they're doing to you, move it to the right, to the left, to the middle.
But I want to say this too, and speaking from a married standpoint, I think a lot of times people do not communicate about their sex lives.
Right.
It's almost like it's taboo. Like you're not supposed to say anything about what you like or what you dislike. Because again, what I wanted when I was 20, when I got with my husband, is different than me at 41 years old. Right. Things change about you, your body, your moods. Like things change. So again, if you're not communicating, and you don't have to be married, y'all. This is if you've even had a long-term spouse or a long-time boyfriend or girlfriend. It's the same thing. You need to communicate what is going on with your body. Right. Something that you may have liked before, you may not want now.
Right.
Okay, you like to be bent over all the time before, but now it's like, nah, nigga, look at me.
Facts. Put my legs in the air. Look at me.
I can't stand her, y'all. Okay, so a woman may not know her body to tell him. That is very true.
That's true.
I had a selfish lover. Thank you for that, Nay. And that's why you was faking those orgasms. But now somebody got you calling on the Lord based off your comment. Or you may not like different things. Yes, thank you, Boots. Some people like just traditional stuff. They don't want anything.
They don't want to experiment.
They don't want to experiment. They don't want anything out of the ordinary because it throws them off. But I think there's some type of level of fear. Because when you start tapping into trying to do new things, you don't know what you might like. Yeah.
You might discover things that you never knew.
True. But I think also too, I think some people get too comfortable. They get too comfortable with sex.
Right.
Because after a time, you know what your partner likes. So you literally just do the same routine of how you do things. And it may work for some people. But I also think for some people, you got to switch it up some.
Got to keep it spicy.
You got to keep it spicy. A woman may not know. Oh, you did say that, Lulu. A woman definitely may not know her body. And that is true, but I think that comes with you as you mature and you get older. You should want to learn what your body likes or doesn't like. But if you're with a man that knows a woman's body, he gonna teach you what your body want, because you're gonna learn it. He gonna teach you,
and then you be singing my body.
I can't.
Yearning.
I can't.
For
or you may not. Okay, yep. Okay, I'm trying to read the comments, y'all. You might like to bite and he don't, or other. That is so true, Boots. You may be a little more aggressive with your thing, and he may not like that. So I think that in those situations, you got to what my brother say? Choking, smacking, name calling, pulling hair. Heard you. Listen, that is Molly. We did something.
Shoot, something happened.
Sissy done hit something, y'all, but we're gonna keep talking.
You can still, we're still up there.
Yeah, we are. But again, I was liking seeing the comments from up there, Sissy.
Wait.
Call Molly. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to figure it out because you be done mess something up. But brother, you just spoke a gospel. You just spoke a good gospel right there. Jesus. And what is that? Into the unknown in my Elsa voice. That was good, Shanae. Read. Take your time learning each other. It's sexy and fun. Absolutely it is. No, it says we're good, but Malachi, we cannot see it.
Anything.
Sissy hit something with the mouse. So we
I didn't know the mouse was over
So we
here.
can't see ourselves up here, nor can we see the comments up there. So we need that fixed, please. Yes, you're right, Rachel. Definitely explore, read, and even to talk about it. You know what I mean? Especially if you're secure with yourself in terms of your sexuality.
Right.
You definitely should talk about it.
He's not even here.
Oh, my God.
Malachi!
Lord. Y'all, just...
Pray for us.
Just pray, please. My God.
Make it a game.
Yeah, they have games. They have all kinds of games that you can play.
They got a dice game.
They got games. They got a card game. There's play. You can make up your own game.
Yes. Let's play hide and seek.
Not seeking, you shall find.
All openings are full access. Okay, sir.
Jesus. See, bruh, but you're talking, that's real. But to some people, they don't even want to touch other doors.
Right.
Besides the main door, the front door.
The front door.
They don't want to go out the back. So again, those are things that you have to talk about with the person that you're with, because you may be fully there and they may not want to do that.
Right.
They may not even be interested in that. So again, it is important for you to talk about stuff like that, because I feel like too, you can turn somebody off.
Yeah.
Doing what you do and they don't really like it, you can turn them off.
That's good right there.
So we got to talk about that. But I was looking to see what they said. Yeah, so again, so we talked about faking those orgasms. What happened?
Where it says stop streaming. Got you.
Okay, no, it's fine. This is live.
This is live. Real Raw and Uncut.
This is live, boy.
We good.
Okay, so this is my other question. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me back the comments. Okay, if you can fit in an ear, that's a problem. Wait, what?
Oh, God.
And it's in all caps. Wait, what? Clean out the back door first, please. Yeah, you definitely should enema that and detox it. Don't do it if you gotta go boo boo. I tell you that.
Oh shit! Literally.
Shut up. Not the hymn no hum. Listen here. Definitely has to be a discussion. Yes, it does, because not everybody's into that.
Right.
Everybody's not into that type of stuff. That type of time.
Right.
He said all openings. Okay, yeah. So you said if you can fit in an ear, that's a problem. I don't think that that's necessarily true. And first of all, we'll talk about, because you're talking about anal. Anal's a process. Things don't just fly in there. It has to gradually, the person got to know what they're doing to gradually, get you to the place. So, and trust and believe, it's a muscle back there. It stretches and it does what it needs to do, and it goes right on back. So again, that's to each his own, but I'm just saying that, you can fit more than an ear in there, Lou.
No, I think she said if you're using your ear hole, that's a problem.
Oh, okay. That lost me. I thought we was talking about butt. No. My fault. Okay. No, I was being funny. Ear opening. Oh, girl, you got me.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't lost me for a minute. My bad.
And then you went into explaining that.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. You got to gradually. Booby. So then we have a couple of more questions too. I didn't even know. So we're almost to. It's crazy because we're trying to stick to the time too. But so my question is, how often should you have sex? Like, do you think it should be once a week, twice a week, all week? Like, what is your ideal time that you think that you should be having sex with somebody?
As often
as you do this in remembrance.
As often.
Yo, not that as often as you do this in remembrance of me. Heard you. So, okay, let me see. Let's look at these comments, y'all. Every day, no lie. Okay, heard you, sis. It depends on your sex drive. Thank you. I'm so happy you touched on that, because I was going to talk about that, Sheen.
Yeah.
It definitely does depend on your sex drive, and it does change as much as possible and depends on the couple. Yes. So again, all these are like general answers, but what do y'all do? Is it something y'all are doing every day?
Why we going down?
What happened?
Keonda said
going What you mean, Keonda? What you mean we going down? Where we going? Tell me where we going. Oh, because he says as often. Hold on, I got the wine right here.
Do this.
As often as you like. Everyone's sex drive is different. Yes, that's what we said. Yep. As often as possible. I can't. Nichelle, I feel so bad. You said you can't even answer. My God.
Nichelle, go on Amazon and order the rose. Just go on there and order it.
It's about $29.99. Yeah. No. Listen, Kiana, communion is as often as you want to do it. You got to remember it. You got to remember his body. At least twice a day.
Right.
Can be oral once and penetrating the other. Have fun. Quickies in the kitchen, bathroom, in the car, on the way home. Troy, somebody gonna be trying to find you,
you
in
on
your
the
DM.
way home from church, bruh?
Praise him.
Hallelujah.
Well, let me tell you something. Sometimes it is the best time to be intimate after an amazing service. When I tell you you are sensitive more than in the spirit, I'm telling you.
She said after a
So
service.
listen, Troy, somebody's gonna be in your DM because the things that you up here listing, man of God, somebody gonna have something to say. They gonna be like, let me look at this. Let me look it up. He an OG, so I hope y'all ready. Please don't. I can't listen. I just might. Nichelle, really, I don't know if it's $29.99, but hand over shower. Wait, who keeps talking? Lulu, you said that last time.
The handheld shower.
Oh, what you? Oh, Lord Jesus.
The shower head. You put it on the strongest.
The blood of Jesus. Wait, a man thinks about it every minute. Get up, put it down. Rachel, you are so right. Most men. I agree with Mika. Lulu, when I tell you, after the power of God falls, and you in the Jesus. It's nothing like it. But so, okay, Lulu, all right now. Oh my God. I know she up here talking about, he gonna be like, booby, booby, my.
We gotta tell it. We gotta tell it what he did.
Oh, wait. So
we got a story.
This is a pin. We got a story because me and Sissy talked about this. So we miss my Pinky. So when I tell y'all we miss her so much, like, oh my God. So you know me, I find funny in everything.
In everything.
So at Ma's funeral, again, we were all recovering from COVID and all that. And so Unc, he was breathing. And so we had to usher him up to Pinky's casket. So, we was like behind him and stuff like that. And so Unc, mind you, the whole service was having trouble breathing, all kinds of stuff. He got up to that casket. He was like, Pinky, Pinky. Yo, when I tell y'all, I almost peed on myself.
Oh, Unc.
I said Unc, and when I tell you, it like broke the ice from our sadness because he was like, he was all red. He was like, Pinky, Pinky.
He was crying.
I said, when I tell you that breath of God better be in them lungs today, because you couldn't breathe a minute ago. I said, my God,
Yo.
Oh, me and Grammy is here. Oh, hi, Auntie. Tell Grammy I said, hey, Riri. I'm happy she can see us. That's my grandma's up here.
We coming to have a glass of wine, Graham.
Oh my God. She'll be like, come on, baby. You know I only like barefoot. The other kind give me indigestion. My God. But no, thank you, Auntie, for coming on here and letting Grandma see. Okay, hold on. Say yes, Mama Pinky was a mess. She and my mom and aunties were hilarious.
Yes.
Aww. Sex is a form of worship.
Shanae? Shanae? Ah! Get in the face, Shanae.
Not that hand. Shanae? Yo, I can't. But I'm going to tell you, it is. It definitely is. But yeah, Unc broke the ice with us with Pink at her funeral. And Ma was just laying there like. And I was like, if Ma would have heard Unc, she would have been like, Kitty, you better sing that song. But he was saying Pinky. So it was funny. But it did show their connection in their relationship because they were very close. But every so often, me and Tam talk about that just to laugh, just to have a moment, because again, we do miss her so much. Mika, stop! What I do? He was like, Pinky, Pinky, and then he was like you hold it. I was like, oh, listen, I was behind him wheezing.
Oliver,
what did Oliver say? It's definitely a form of worship because somebody is going to be calling up.
Ooh, shop.
Ooh, shop. Not the ba. This is blasphemy. Yo. Call up. So again, and we talked about, sex drives. I think sex drives sometimes can, some people think as you get older, your sex drive decreases, but I think it decreases. I think it can increase sometimes the older you get. Do you agree? Like, the older you get, your sex drive can increase?
Because I hit 40. And now I'm going into 50. This thing right here. I'll be like, down, girl, down. Down.
4-year-old Tamara? If y'all was on last week, you would know what we was talking about. Go back and watch the replay.
Down, girl.
Okay, well, let me see what y'all say. Okay, we drinking that barefoot girl. I know that's right, Auntie. Niggas be cussing and speaking in tongues all at the same time. That's when it's good. It gets worse. Yeah, it does get. You better put the exclamation marks. I hope to find out soon. Nichelle, you are weary and well doing. You are weary, because I'm telling you, these comments, you are weary, darling. Grammy is so happy to see you ladies. I know she is. Tell Grammy I love her so much. I love my grandma. My grandma don't know nothing about no social media, so anytime she find out about it, it's because somebody done told her, and it's probably Auntie. Mm-hmm. Auntie done told her. So Auntie, I appreciate you showing her. Not down, girl. Yeah, Tamara is. She's a tiger.
Leave me alone.
Definitely gets commenter of the night. Oh, commenter of the night. Yo, oh, that's Molly saying that. Nah, LOL. Nah, it isn't. It ain't no not, Auntie, because she sees the stuff from you when you go spend the night and have y'all little daughter mommy time. Nichelle needs that back blown out real good one time. Troy. Yo, we saw that woman, Troy. Remember the lady, I used to call her Daryl Coleman. She used to go to Miracle Temple. She was a short black lady.
Yeah.
Had short hair. And Troy used to be playing. What she used to do, sissy? Play Troy! Play Troy! Play Troy! We saw her at the conference a couple weeks ago. I was like, yo, where has Daryl Coleman, not Daryl Coleman.
Daryl Coley?
Not Daryl Coley. I forgot what the boy's name is that we used to call her. But when I tell you, she was like, play Troy! Play Troy! I mean, and she was not good on the eyes. But when I tell you,
she was shouting though.
She loved that Troy Oliver.
Yes.
Play Troy! Play Troy! So right now, she was in these comments. She was, it is Roslyn Lulu.
Oh, she knew who we was talking about.
Oh my God. Lulu, it was Roslyn. Oh my God. What? And she still looked the same. Still ashy. She's still ashy. I said, Rosalind, all these years still no lotion? I said, Rosalind, you ain't got the glory of the oil of the Lord because you need it. Still, I want to be like, play Troy. Yo, not that. Not teeth missing, Lulu.
All right.
Yo. Oh my God, what time? Oh God, it's 5 after y'all.
It's 5 after 9.
All right, hold on. I be like, girl, calm down. You too old for them.
You too old for this.
Miss Carol?
You come on here, Jelly Roll.
I know that's right. Oh my God. Okay, so we talked about the sex drives. And then we're gonna kind of wrap this up, guys. But do you, and this is all kind of tied into what we was all talking about. I was saying, do you guys discuss your wants and desires in your relationship? Or do you guys just let the partner or the person you're with just do whatever they do? So do you guys discuss things that you like or that you want, or things you don't like or things that you don't want? Do you guys do those things, or nah, you don't?
Auntie Shill said I got some cocoa butter.
Auntie, she need more than cocoa butter. She need lard. You know lard back in the day? That baby needed lard.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So, Sheena, so you said, yes, you do discuss your wants and desires. That is very, very good. That is healthy. Like, at the end of the day, like, communication is top tier anyway.
Right.
It should be in our lives in all areas. And sex, it definitely should be top tier. You definitely should be communicating what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. Because, again, and then depending on how long...
A relationship can go left over sex.
Indeed.
It can. If the sex ain't good...
Indeed.
God bless you.
Rachel says sex is 89%. So it definitely, I'm sure.
That is true.
Or if you feel like you want it all the time, but your spouse don't want it all the time, like how do you communicate about that? You got a spouse that wants it, and then a spouse that maybe their sex drive is not as high as it used to be. Like, how do you talk about those things? Yes, lard. She needed the lard, y'all. You said no. I dream about it. Now, what are you dreaming about, Auntie? Uncle Steve. Where's he at? Cause what? You have to talk. How will I know what you like if we don't talk? Your favorite can be missionary and mine could be doggy. We gotta talk.
Right.
That is
it's so true.
That is the truth. You have to talk. But us also too, sometimes women think that men can be mind readers.
Right.
And that's in all areas. You think they're mind readers, and they're not mind readers. Half of the time they're clueless. So you have to tell them different things that you want. So I'm happy you brought that up, bro. Yes, we talk to each other about our wants and desires, about what we want in the bedroom and in our relationship. That is awesome, Shanae. My grandson looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm in here cracking the hell up. Oh, if somebody don't get my mom off this blue app, yo, you better get her.
Get Shield.
And she drinking with Gigi?
You know it's on over there.
Listen. Shucks. No, so yes, I think it is very important to discuss what you feel, what you like, what you don't like. Because again, things change. And also too, the biggest thing I want to talk about is since the pandemic, life in general has changed. Everything has changed since
life is short.
Life has really been different since the pandemic.
Get the D today.
So
life is short, y'all.
4-year-old Tamara, lift your hands. Because it goes, that's the root. 4-year-old Tamara.
Get the D today, y'all.
My sister crazy,
life
y'all.
Life is short.
She is crazy. Nichelle, get the rose.
Go get your D.
Get the rose.
Because life is short.
What is it? Grammy GI Organic. What? If a man starts to stimulate her mind in the morning, by the evening, all he got to do is blow on her and sex starts in the mind. That is the truth.
That's the truth.
Your key word is sex starts in the mind. It definitely does.
Yes.
It does. If a woman is feeling stimulated throughout that day, whether it's text messages, whether it's little stuff that was said before the person went to work, or I'm telling you, you is ripe and ready. It don't even take much. Like you said, all you got to do is... Remember Elder used to be like...
Now go home and use
Elder DeLong said, what was his name, Willis? Willis went up there because his pee-pee wasn't working. Willis had that finger. Tell the people. Willis went up there because that pee-pee wasn't working. And Elder DeLong was in that mic. He was going... And Willis's finger, stop grabbing me, nigga. And Willis's finger was up there like, he was like, Elder was like, then he looked over those glasses. He said, now go home and use it. I said, you better tell him to go ahead and use it. Stop, my nigga. Yo, y'all don't remember Willis? God bless his soul, because I think Willis passed on. He went to glory. But Willis got his pee-pee blown on. As what other law said. I said, you better blow, man of God. Sissy. He's on the floor. Yo, Tamara's on the floor. Look at oh my God. Yo, y'all don't remember. Oh, Jesus. Well, y'all ain't gonna all remember up here, but when I tell you the best stuff happens in church, y'all, blowing up, stage, baby. You don't remember Elder blowing on Willis's pee-pee? Willis, Elder said there's somebody in here that's having a dysfunction. And Willis got up there and had them fingers up like this. And Elder was like, I see where the problem is. No, he told him to put his hand on it. That's what he did. He said, put your hand on it. Willis touched that pee-pee. Elder Long said, just started blowing. Yo, when I tell you the best stuff happens in church. Oh my God. Yo, bro, he told her to put his hands on it. And Willis was all nervous, but Willis put that hand on that D. That crooked finger one. Because he had that crooked finger. And Willis must have used that thing till he went to glory. Because Willis is out of here. But y'all, we love y'all so much. We is going to wrap it up. Oh my God. When Elder told him to lift it up. I don't remember Elder telling him to lift it up. I remember him telling him to go home and use it. But Willis's wife didn't want him no more.
Yo, it's time. We about to sign out.
She was tired of Willis.
It's time to go. It's time to go.
What's their son's name?
I don't know.
Let me not call him out here because I don't even know.
You didn't said enough.
Lord Jesus.
It's time to go.
Oh my God. Y'all, but no, I thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of the Real Raw and Uncut with Meek and TM. But y'all, when I tell you church, you get the best laughs from church. I'm telling you, in church people. My God. Like, last week was the Dookie family.
No, that was the week.
Week before, people had Dookie demons and waited to go to church to doo-doo. And this week was Brother Willis, and his pee-pee was broke. And the man of God said, ugh. The man of God said, yeah. She did not. Virgins, yes. Thank you, Shanae. Shanae don't forget nothing. Yo. She did not look like Tamala Man. You was a whole lot. More like. Let me not do that. I don't know who's watching this. All right. Y'all, we about to log on.
I got to go.
But y'all are killing me. I'm sorry. We ain't trying to kill you. We want you to live. So if you got a problem, Quan, go breathe on it. That's it. Just breathe on that thing. That's the word for today.
Breathe on it.
Breathe on it. I'm telling you.
Michelle, you see who you want, breathe on it.
That's it. Now hush your mouth. Nichelle, you want that thing? Start breathing on it.
Yo, it said cut the shit.
Yo, wait, who said it?
Your eyes said cut the shit.
Yo, oh my God. More like Ella from Big Facts. Big Facts. Ooh. Yes, breathe on it. That's what I'm trying to do. You better breathe on it, baby. All right, y'all. We are out of here. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, I mean, without y'all, we can't do this. Like, that's just real talk.
Thank you.
Oh my.
Shot time.
Breathe on it. Breathe on it. One thing I want us to leave us with, and this is off topic. Don't expect nothing different from a hater than the hate.
Yeah.
Go home with that, y'all.
Yeah.
Breathing, and don't expect nothing from a hater but the hate.
Come on here.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Come on here.
So y'all have a good night. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. What is Troy? You better breathe, Troy.
Breathe.
I'm telling you. Yo, y'all are a mess.
We love y'all.
We love y'all so much. And when I tell you the comments is like the best part, like we look forward to y'all talking y'all junk in this comments.
Yes.
Or even not just junk, giving us knowledge or educational stuff. You got people up here that educate us. You know, last week somebody told us you need them, or the week before that you need them. No, last week you need them coochie heads and all that. And we was like, nah, sis, take that off. But she was coming from, you know, the scientific part about it keeps things out and all that. But we was just like, take that hair off.
We like it bald.
Go back to infant. God
Baby.
bless. But yeah, y'all have a good night. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much again. Everything will be uploaded to YouTube. Our producer is still working on taking the old episodes we did before we came into the studio and uploading them to YouTube. So if you want to go to YouTube and look at any of the episodes or the replays, it will be underneath, Hoodie Talk Network. And once you type that in, you can subscribe and you will be able to see all of our different episodes. I think this was episode 7. Was this episode 7, Sissy?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
7.
This is episode 7 for us. So we was trying to go to every other week, y'all, and people did not want to hear it. But
Lulu,
what's Lulu
good
saying?
night, Lulu.
Oh, night, Lulu.
We love
Ain't nobody
you.
trying to be choking on stragglers.
Troy.
Nichelle, thank you for the platform that allows us to be free and comment. No, absolutely.
Yes.
Like, I mean, there's no condemnation. Girl, listen, this is like Planet Fitness, judgment-free zone. Say what you got to say up here. I mean, that's just the truth of the matter. And I feel like a lot of people don't have the opportunity to be able to speak real. And that's why stuff don't really get solved. Or there's not true understanding, or people are not gaining things because people don't want to talk the real, the raw, and uncut.
Yeah.
So we're going to continue to do that thing. But y'all remember to breathe on it tonight. Bye, y'all. Sissy, you know how to turn this off?
Yes, I do.
All right, we logging off, y'all.
Love y'all.
Bye.